greetings nerds, and happy Friday the 13th. Okay, that was creepy. I hope Jason Voorhees doesn't crash this recording, like end up ruining this recording, and like as I'm working on this drawing, and like end up stabbing me to death. I hope that doesn't happen. I don't want to become one of those victims of Jason. Well, I mean, I'm not at Camp Crystal Lake or anything. I'm not in a cabin of Camp Crystal Lake, so I'm completely safe. Well, I hope I don't end up jinxing it, because it is Friday the 13th. Yeah, I'm completely fine. Jason will never find me. Like, I don't want to end up being one of those innocent people of, you know, Jason's killing spree. Like, he ends up teleporting, like, disappearing, and then out of nowhere, he would ambush of someone, an innocent person, and does something ruthless. Again, I should be fine, so quit worrying about Jason Voorhees. He will never find you. But regardless, welcome to the final part of drawing Jenna Marbles. Long story short, we're obviously going to finish this drawing. Specifically, we're going to work on the other side of her lips, the other side of her jaw, and the other side of her chin. We're also going to work on the other side of her hair, you know, like over here. We're also going to work on, like, finish up her right ear and her earring. And then boom, that's the end of the road of drawing Miss Marbles. We're soon going to move to a different YouTuber. This next YouTuber is going to be really, really thrilling to draw. Yeah, for us to draw. I'm not going to reveal the next YouTuber yet because I want to surprise you nerds. I kind of hate spoiling, but at the same time, I don't mind spoiling, but I'm not going to spoil the next YouTuber that we're going to draw, so bear with me and be patient. Just, yeah, hold your horses. Just like the previous drawings of a YouTuber, first things first, we're going to get past, you know, finish up a drawing of a YouTuber, and then I would go through the drawing of a YouTuber, share some of the things I really love about the drawing of a YouTuber, and some of the things I despise about the drawing of a YouTuber. Also, I would share my official rating, you know, my official review. You nerds really get it. I don't care how long I'm going to end up recording. I just want to move on to a different YouTuber ASAP. I don't care if I end up having a paralysis to my left hand. I'm going to proceed no matter what. I would have to wait for some time for the paralysis to go away. If I apply too much pressure, though, to the drawing, if I, like, apply the colors to the drawing of a YouTuber, you know, that's the energy I want to share to you nerds and to myself. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and finish up the drawing of Jenna Marbles. Normally, I don't really go through the tutorials. I used to make tutorial art videos for this channel and for my old channel, simply called just Jules Nerdy, but without the 2 zeros at the end of the channel name. Yeah, I used to do tutorial art videos, but not anymore. I pretty much gave up on that. I used to run a series called How to Make Art Like a Nerd, but I ended up like losing interest of making tutorial art videos for both channels because I don't know, I don't want to like bore so many people or like continue to teach people like how to draw whatever way, like however you should like really draw. But like I'm gonna share like my strategy, a small tutorial on like how to make a human hair look like it's alive or like as realistic as possible. When I was working on Jenna Marbles' hair, I would start off with a lighter color. I had to start off with like a pale yellow oil pastel color, and you know I would use the paper stumps to blend in the colors to like smoothen the colors, and then I would slowly move on to darker colors. And yeah, that strategy seems to be working for me. I don't know if other artists would do that. They would start off with a lighter color and then move on to darker colors and then create the details that way to draw a human hair or whatever type of feature these artists would do. Maybe like a beard, you know, the facial hair or like eyebrows and stuff like that. I would also use color pencils to make if I'm trying to make details that are thin, But like, if I'm trying to make the details thick, then I would use the oil pastels. Yeah, I really love using these combinations of art materials, from color pencils to oil pastels to crayons and markers. I love using all of that stuff to make, for like one artwork. It's like creating fruit salad, because it's all about the mixture of things. It's a new year, so let's go through all of the YouTubers we drew ever since day one, since December of 2020. FazeJev, Charmix, FazeJev again, CNanners, Jacksepticeye, Jelly, KSI, Charmix again, Markiplier, Technoblade, MrBeast, CoreyX Kenshin, and now we're finishing up the drawing of Jenna Marbles. Jenna Marbles is our first ever female YouTuber that we drew. She's also the 7th American-born YouTuber that we drew, and also the 11th YouTuber that we drew, and also this is the 13th drawing of a YouTuber. So not only I want to create history for these YouTubers, but I also want to create history for this channel. Okay nerds, here's the finished drawing of Jenna Marbles. I gotta say, I was having that cold feet ever since the beginning of this adventure of drawing Jenna Marbles. I thought I would screw up her hair big time, but suddenly I was taking my time and it looks really decent. I had used different shades of gray. I had used a couple shades of yellow. I also used the scissors, and I don't know if I can't recall if I used the white oil pastel for her hair, but I know for sure I had used the scissors to, you know, scratch off the color. I had used the brown, black, and brown, you know, any of those colors. We got her forehead, and also the highlight, like straight in the middle of her forehead, and also the shading. Apparently, I am a god at doing the shading and highlights to any drawing, especially a human. Got her lovely eyebrows, they're kind of bushy. Actually used a couple color pencils to work on certain parts of this drawing. Her lovely blue eyes, they kind of look mediocre to me. They look like they came from, I don't know, a 13-year-old. I don't mean to make fun of the teens or the younger kids, but I love how I did the eyelashes and the shading around her eyes, her actual eyes. I had used a couple shades of pink, by the way, you know, different colors. One eye is bigger than the other. Specifically, her right eye looks slightly bigger. It looks strange. Her eyes just look really strange to me. We got her nose. I provided plenty of shading, good shading, and some highlight from like the bottom portion, like the tip of her nose, all the way to her forehead. Provided some good shading to her lips as well. You know, there's just a very strong shading and highlights to this entire drawing of Jenna Marbles. I forgot to point out, we got her mole, a little bit of her mole, or like a bump, that's on the right side of her cheek. I love how I did her mole too. I guess her ear looks okay. I feel like it needs a little more work. Her earring kind of looks like it's shining, but at the same time, it doesn't look like it's shining. I tried to use whiteout. I feel like it was kind of a mistake. I wanted to make it look like the earring is alive. You get it, nerds? I'm gonna change a few of my opinions here. Her ear looks strange, looks more strange than her earring. Her earring looks pretty good, but like from far away, and if you like squint for a little bit, the earring looks like it's legitimately shining, but close up her earring looks like it just looks really strange, you know, peculiar because of the whiteout. So I'll give her earring a pass, but not her ear. Her ear looks kind of sloppy. I think I'll give this drawing perhaps an 8.7 out of 10. Her eyes lack the stabilization. Her ear, it looks kind of funny to me, and also her earring. I am gonna praise her hair, the shading obviously, and the highlights obviously. I mean, they're just my opinions. I'm not a professional art critic. I'm glad I chose to draw a female YouTuber for the first time ever in this channel. I will draw another female YouTuber in the future, definitely this year. But again, I'm glad I chose to draw Jenna Marbles. Hopefully one day she comes back to the internet. Who knows when she'll make that return. We're just gonna let her continue her freedom being away from the internet. These people can always come back to the internet and YouTube and Twitter and all of that stuff. Sometimes you gotta balance life. And yeah, so that is gonna be the end of this part. The end of this series, or like sub-series, whatever you call it, of drawing Jenna marbles. Stay tuned for more content, and I hope this video was quite enjoyable to watch. Feel free to subscribe to this channel. Feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Oh, and also, feel free to follow my Facebook page. And thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your time.